Hi everybody. It's Thursday, the 26th. So technically you have 5 days until Halloween. Okay. Soap time. So today I'm condensing it into one video because in my estimation, YNR hasn't really done anything that affords a video on its own. Maybe they'll get back to it next week. I don't know. Okay. So this is in the soap vein, so I'm going to put everything here. So it might be a little bit longer than my usuals, but I'll try to keep it short. Okay. Michael Damian was the guest on The Locker Room this week. I watched a little piece of it, and he really starts current, and then he goes retro. So if you want to go back into what Michael Damian was like in 1981, this might be your cup of tea. I liked the interview. I just kind of ran out of time and I had to do other stuff. But I will go back to it. And I'll probably do another video on that one alone at some point. But, okay. Okay. And then the big deal for the past 2 weeks is Victor is not sick. Victor is putting on an act to see which one of his kids, what they're going to do, and which one is most loyal to the company. And I'm guessing once he finds out who's most loyal, that's who's going to be co-CEO, CEO if he decides to step down. I don't know really what the plan is here, but that would be my guess. Okay. As far as the retro stuff, Trisha Cass, who played Nina and has played Nina several times over the years, is coming back at some point. I don't know when, but I can see a Nina, Danny, and somebody else triangle, although the triangle already set in place is kind of Danny, Phyllis, and Cricket, or Christine, but she was called Cricket back in the day. Okay, so I already told you my preference, and the way I see romantic chemistry is with Phyllis and Danny, and I say that because, okay, visibly, if I'm watching it on the screen, when I can tell some people have chemistry is when it comes through the screen and I can feel it. With Cricket and Danny, I don't feel it. I feel like an old friendship. With Phyllis and Danny, I don't I don't I don't automatically feel it, okay? But they have the kind of banter that you only have with someone who you were in love with before. Whereas Cricket and Danny don't have that. They're always talking about someone else in relation to them. I don't like that is a friendship to me. Unless they turn it, unless somehow they stop talking about Paul and Phyllis, that's the only way they'll connect in another way. Um, okay. As far as the Victor thing, people who know now are Nikki, Victor, and Nick. Nick was told yesterday. Okay? Um, and Nikki brought up, why don't you tell Victoria? And Victor was plain about it. He said, the reason why I don't tell her is because, honestly, you and Nick are the only people I trust with this information. So that means that he doesn't even trust his own daughter because he's not really sure what she would do with the information once she finds out. Because you could say that she's love struck or lust or whatever with Nate, and or she's so power hungry that she'll use the info like ammo. So who knows? Okay. That's YNR. So let's get to Bold. Um, Bold is more interesting in my estimation because, okay, Bold and the Beautiful started and is a fashion show. Okay, they're a design company. They design fashions. Then they put them on a show, and that's what the soap is about. The family and the whatever are extra to the fashion. Okay, so every time they have a fashion show, it's huge because that's what they do. Um, so I kind of got a little more information as far as what they consider jewel tones, and I agree with most of the colors, but I don't agree with that pink because I said something about pink diamond yesterday. Okay, but pink diamond in my mind is a very light pink with white mostly around it, not the hot pink they're trying to do. So that doesn't really float with me, but all right, whatever. But the blue and the I agree with most of the colors. Now I'd like to see where the diamonds fit in. I saw a woman wearing diamond earrings, but I don't see it in the fashion. So I don't understand how that plays in. And I'm sure we'll figure out how the lace and everything plays in at some point. Okay, so I'm guessing the fashion show itself is going to start tomorrow, which is great because it's Friday, cliffhangers, you know. And also, I think I talked about this before, but I happened to run into an interview Michael Fairman was doing with John McCook and Torsten K at the same time. And I caught the tail end of it, and I didn't know because I didn't know they were having it in the first place. But they talked about how Eric is dying or Eric has some kind of illness. And what John McCook said and Torsten K agreed is bring your hanky or bring your tissue. So I guess he's gonna die at the end of the show. I don't know. I really don't know. Um, but I can see it happening because it's starting the news is starting to spread around. One, and number two, they had a flashback with John McCook, and I'm guessing Jennifer Garris, who or whoever played Donna before Jennifer Garris, he's in a flashback from like I'd say 30 years ago. I don't know, but he was really young, and he was kissing somebody in some sort of fashion. So I'm guessing that was Donna. Um, but yeah, and then they did a quick thing where they bring him back to where he is currently, and then he's thinking about it wistfully. You can tell. So yeah, my bet is he's gonna win the fashion show, and then he's gonna somehow die, and everybody's gonna freak out because hardly anyone knows now. Because let's go down the list of who knows. Donna knows for sure. The doctor, obviously. RJ just found out today and he cried. And Katie found out the other day and she cried too, like buckets. So that's four people. Four people out of everybody who it's going to affect everybody. Okay? So the fact that they're keeping it to a minimum, it's gonna explode the cast. I can see it. Okay, so say they have the fashion show and he kills over or something. Okay, everybody is going to be in tears. Everybody, and I mean explosive tears. So like he said, get whatever ready, napkins, tissues. You better be ready because something's going down. So, all right, bye guys.